Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 18. It is Thursday morning, and we are just heading out for the day. We got home early this morning, got some sleep, and we are ready to go. I was thinking about different options about where to go today and really couldn't come up with too many. So we're going to head back to where we were yesterday. I know it sounds very strange to go that many miles and then go right back to the same place again, but I got to sleep in my own bed and got to see my kids for a minute, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. Today, I believe I have at least one meeting today, and actually it's going to be with my manager, my director actually, and this company that we used for these penetration tests. Oh Lord, I got 3 meetings. And the bad job that they did. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pull over before I get to my first stop for this meeting. Because we asked them to do a lot of things, and we were on a certain schedule, and I put in change tickets and things, and they didn't abide by what we said. And I'm also very concerned that they didn't come up with all the information that they needed to. Like maybe the penetration tests weren't thorough enough. So we're going to be discussing that. So I'll need to pull over about 15 minutes before that meeting to get myself ready, because I'll be doing screen sharing. And yeah, it'll be me as the primary person. I'll also need to be on camera because my director's on with me, so that is going to be fun as well. So anyway, we are just heading out for the day. It's early. Looks like it's going to be clear skies today. When I got home last night, my driveway was like a sheet of ice, like a thin sheet of ice, and looks like the roadways are like that this morning as well. So just going to be really careful. But other than that, yesterday we learned that we might be able to play blackjack at least at one place that we didn't think that we could. So we're going to try to go there today. We're going to try to play some blackjack. And then there's another casino in that area that I know for sure they'll stop me if I play blackjack. But there's another game I want to play there. I want to see if I can get away with that, because I think that would be a big deal, and it would be a big help, actually. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back and closing in on our first stop of the day. Weather is good. The roads are clean. We haven't gotten into the city yet, so we'll see. Still about 21 miles away right now, so we'll see what happens with that. Last night this morning when I got home, I sat in the living room and worked on my laptop, got a bunch of stuff done for today. And I thought, it's going to be really weird for them to see that at 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning that they were getting emails from me. So I actually set the emails up for delayed delivery, which is something you can do with Outlook. It's just kind of cool. So I set it up for like 8:15 a.m., 9:05 a.m., 9:22 a.m., stuff like that, and spread it out, and a lot of it was to the same people. So it looked like I'm working hard this morning. So even though I did the work last night, they'll get all the stuff this morning, and it'll look like I've been working this whole time. So now, as soon as I get to the casino, I'm going to have about less than 10 minutes before my meeting with my director. I'll need to VPN into our network and get myself situated in a quiet area, because I'm going to be presenting and I'm going to be asking questions and things like that. And we'll get that done. That should be hopefully only 30 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't go a full hour, and then we'll get into the casino. Unfortunately, it'll be on the second shift, which is a shift that I don't want to be there, but I am going to talk to some people in the city also that I know that are advantage players about something else I want to do, 2 other projects I want to work on, and see if I can get some people to help me with those. Obviously, they'll make money too, but there's certain things that let's just, certain table games that some people don't want to do because either they think it's a gray area or they don't want to get backed off in the casino that they frequent. So yeah, we'll be trying to recruit a couple people for that. Anyway, almost to our first stop, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. I'm having a little trouble with my laptop. The mouse pad thing isn't working very well, so I don't know if it's just because it's cold or what the deal is. So I'll check it out when I get home and see if it's still like that. If it is, we'll get a mouse for tomorrow, and then we'll be back in the office Monday, and we'll either get a new one or have them fix it or whatever. So anyway, this place, I went in and looking around, played a few slots, not really much going on. I'm ahead like, I don't know what it was, $30 or something like that. And then went to play some blackjack. Looked around at a bunch of tables, couldn't find anything. Finally found a table, sat down, immediately got put in the system. It was just dead. I mean, those cards were so bad. In fact, there was another guy sitting next to me, and the first seven hands, so 14 hands total between me and him, he had one winner, I had 0 winners. And then I got a blackjack, didn't take insurance, the dealer had a blackjack, had another blackjack, did take insurance, because I was supposed to with that count, and the dealer didn't have it. So it's like the worst case for everything. I was down as much as 700, up as much as 300, and I left ahead 300 after, I didn't put it down here, I think about 40 minutes or so. So left plus 300, looked in the system, they put me in as plus 500. Immediately turned around, went back, and I said, look, I only made 200. I'm not going to say 3. I only made 200. What's the deal here? So I think the situation was, I bought in for a total of 1,000. I walked away with 1,300. But I only colored up 1,000 because I had $300 chips in my pocket. He probably thought I bought in for 5 and cashed out for 1,000. So I should have said I broke even, but it doesn't matter. He changed it to 200 in the system, but it was actually 300. So plus 300 on the blackjack. And then slots, played a few other things, was ahead like 70, talked to a couple friends, back and forth, still, the same old stuff. We're talking about how there's no opportunities right now. And ended up leaving them, and they've been waiting behind this lady forever, like waiting for her to get up for hours, and she hasn't gotten up because the play that they want is on a different level than what she's playing. So anyway, I did find a couple other plays, was down to plus 30, and then ended up finally leaving ahead $148. So plus 148 on the slots, plus 300 on the blackjack. Not great, not terrible. We're going to move on. We're going to go to the other place that we're going to go check out if we can play blackjack here now. Came here yesterday, and we tried to play 3-card poker. Nobody said anything. Tried to play baccarat. Nobody said anything. And from what my friends have told me in the past is if they have a problem with you when you sit down on any table, they will come up to you. So I spent some time on both of those tables. No one said anything. So today we're going to go in, sit down at a low-limit blackjack table, and see if anything happens. And the point here is not to make a bunch of money, but just to be seen and not to have any issues. And then we'll work on making bigger money later on. But right now, we just want to have another place that we can play blackjack again. In case you're interested, brief update. Silver right now is at 96.50. It was actually slightly higher than that earlier. So new record high for that. So new record high on our options as well. So enjoying that, just waiting to see if we can get over 100. It looks like it won't be this week, maybe next week, but that's when the real jumps, I feel, are going to happen up and down. And I said it right, man. When it reached 95, I said it's going to go down before it goes up, and it's going to spend some time between 90 and 100, and it did. Actually, I think it went down to 88 and then came right back, and now we're at 96. So Anyway, we're going to head over to this other casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. So it looks like someone dropped something down the escalator. They're all looking around, I don't know. Just leaving here, and again, didn't have a chance to get anything in. Basically, their tables are garbage. 8 deck, free bet, in the middle of a shoe, low limit, 6 to 5, just whatever bad rule you can think of. I didn't see the 6 to 5, but if I remember right, I believe there was some here. So, oh, there is for sure, because there's a $10 minimum, and that one's 6 to 5. And these places now, they're making you play the side bets also for the low limit, just killing people. You're better off playing a $25 table with good rules than a $10 table with bad rules. But anyway, didn't get a chance to play any tables. I did play a few slots and ended up making a little bit of money, but not much at all. Plus $64, so plus 64. And I think we may need to say that we need to leave the area at this point and maybe spend a little bit more time tomorrow. I'm not really sure. For now, I think I'm going to go grab some food. It's already later in the afternoon, and kind of figure things out from there. So plus 64 on the slots, and we're going to move on from here. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So continuing my trip here, I'm going to stop here in a few minutes and take care of some stuff I have to take care of, and I think then we'll stop for some fuel maybe in about an hour. I haven't filled up since yesterday, like evening, end of the night, so pretty good. Got all the way home, got all the way to our destination again, and we'll be almost halfway home by the time we have to stop for fuel, so very good there.
There are police reported ahead.
Yeah, except I already passed them. So this weekend looks like there's going to be some intense weather coming, between 4 and 8 inches of snow possible, so that may change things for Sunday. So we will see what happens. Definitely need to have a big day tomorrow, including possibly having it spill over into Saturday, so that we can have enough time to make money, just in case Sunday doesn't happen because of snow. But it looks like a pretty bad storm coming in, and who knows what will happen with that. So anyway, just continuing on, I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. Stop for some fuel. Tomorrow I have 2 meetings back to back, which is just awful because they would be like right before one shift ends and then into the next shift for a few hours. So that's really going to mess things up for tomorrow. I'm trying to think of the best way to handle it for tomorrow, but I think it might be a rough day. Tomorrow's episode is also going to be episode 1000, and I was contemplating whether or not to keep the podcast going. I will talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. So yeah, we'll do that. Right now I'm heading toward home. I think there will probably still be some stuff tonight, probably some online play, and potentially one more casino after I get home. So stay tuned for that. Oh, that is my son calling me. I will call him back in a minute. But we can do some segments in the meantime. What did you eat today, MW? I had some sliced steak with just some vegetables and stuff on the side. It was pretty good. Not the greatest. I give it a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? And as you know, I had just one table session, Blackjack, and of course they didn't listen to me. They put me in the system, and then they put in my win incorrectly. I had to go back and correct them. So obviously, how much did I tip today? Everybody, $0. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, I'm a little bit tired from yesterday. But yesterday was kind of essential because I wanted to make X amount of dollars and I didn't want to go home until I did. I figured out when the shifts were going to be changing and went to a different casino in the meantime. That exposed me to different people, different games, different slots. And then I came back and went back to those casinos again and made a little bit more money. So I learned, sometimes you got to be creative in a way that people wouldn't think makes a lot of sense. We had 10 to 12 hours of driving yesterday, but we did make 1,700 overall when you add everything in. So it was definitely worth it. Today, not as good. Made about $500 so far, but I'm hoping to make some online money. I'm hoping to go to another casino after we get home and make a little bit more money, and hopefully we can get it between 800 and 1,000, which is always where I like to be. So yeah, that's it for now. Sun is setting, heading toward home, and I'll be back to update you. Alright, so I called my son back. He said, "Did you see what Silver did today, Dad?" "Yes, son, I did." See, he listens to what I say, and he actually wanted to buy some silver, so I sold him a 2017 First Strike Silver Eagle MS70, Mint State 70, the top grade. And he said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" And I looked it up online. Said $175 was what it was selling for, because it's First Strike, so it's more perfect. I said, "How about $50? He said, "Oh, are you sure?" I said, "Yeah." So he's very, very interested in the price of silver now, and so anyway. Other thing is, work day is over right now anyway, but my mouse pad is working now. I think it's just the cold that was causing problems with it, but I'm eventually going to need to get a newer computer. I think this was a used one that they gave me. I think I need something a little bit faster. It does go pretty slow at times. So anyway, all right, continuing our trip. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I did end up playing online a little bit. Made about $65, not really that much. But I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to get some good sleep tonight. Tomorrow is episode 1000. Tomorrow is going to be an extremely long day. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com. mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.